Hello everybody and welcome back to more Sonic Colors for the Nintendo Wii. And in this episode, well, we'll be heading off to...
Next stop, the Asteroid Coaster. Zoom along through and sometimes into space debris. Then lose your lunch in 0G.
What Eggman said right there, we're going to be going off to the final planet, known as Asteroid Coaster. And this is where the stretch of this one's going to be a bit different, because when I did Planet Wisp, before moving on to there, I actually did Asteroid Coaster at 1 first, because that unlocked the Frenzy Wisp. But of course it meant that I only got a B rank, so how about we revisit again and this time get that S rank?
Welcome to the Asteroid Coaster. Now with 32% more asteroids.
Alright, I'm just going to say this right now. Asteroid Coaster is by far my favourite planet in the game, because the level design of it is bloody brilliant and really fun to play through. The concept is cool. We're on a roller coaster in space, and we're even going to have to hop between them in order to navigate all around the place. And even when you try to get all S ranks and red rings in this, it's not stressful or frustrating, it's all just nicely balanced. It's a nice breath of fresh air after Aquarium Park, because Aquarium Park was by far the worst one, but we already know that, don't we? Ah, boy oh boy. The music as well in this place is brilliant with a rock guitar and everything. I guess this one kind of just gives me more of a Sonic Adventure vibe. But there's one part that I don't like, this bit right here. And in fact, we're going to see this quite a bit for Asteroid Coaster, but thankfully it's only small. It doesn't bother me too much. It's just something they could have tweaked a little bit. The Frenzy Wisp works fine in 2D. I've mentioned this before, but in 3D, oh my god. I don't know what the heck they did. Because even when you move forward with the analog stick, it just goes all over the place. You move forward, and the thing often steers off to the left or right. There's weird physics applied to it. However, the bigger you get with it, the more you're able to control it, so at least there is that, I guess. But when you're small to start with, I've had so many moments where, because I'm a small Frenzy at the beginning, I would just go past the damn Frenzy Wisp capsule and then miss my chance of re-topping it. So that's a little bit annoying here and there. Another thing that I think I really like, especially with Act 1 of Asteroid Coaster, is how much 3D there is. So far, we've seen that throughout Sonic Colors, it's mainly just been 2D, right? And no, it does not mean that's bad either, because some of my favorite levels so far have been the ones which are strictly in 2D. But Asteroid Coaster is just so fresh. This feels to me more like a Sonic Adventure game, you know? Where literally, I do have alternative paths, but they're all in 3D, and there are 2D elements, but they're not really that long. I mean, this section right here, it's done, that's it, we're back to 3D now. Nice, quick, and concise. That's the thing that I really, really like about this. And you get cool concepts as well, like boosting all around this planet. It's a sight to behold. I remember when I first got to this place, it blew me away. Not gonna lie though, in terms of like, actually, visualness, Aquarium Park is the best one, in my opinion. Just because it's an aquarium in space with water effects and everything. I mean, that's not to say that Asteroid Coaster is ugly. I guess it just looks a bit more pretty and appealing, that's all. I also like the design to Asteroid Coaster, because with it being the final planet, you expect it to be sort of mischievous or evil, and it does kind of capture that in a ways, you know, with all these mechanical stuff and especially the rock guitar going on. Oh, also, from time to time, you might find me with the Frenzy Wisp just literally flopping all around the place with it, because I don't know why. Whenever you're the Frenzy Wisp, you get the color bonus from just being the Frenzy Wisp. It doesn't really matter what you destroy. So half the time, in order to make sure I'm getting the high grade, you might just see me literally become the Frenzy Wisp for a couple of seconds. I would cut it out, but when you're the Frenzy, literally the gauge goes by so damn fast, it's not really that noticeable. Because with the drill, it did go down a little bit slow, so that's why I had to trim those down here and there. Anyway, the final red ring is literally off to this place over here. And after going on to like this hang glider section, into the ring, and then that was it. That was Act 1. Act 1 is by far my favourite one out of all the acts that we're going to go through in Asteroid Coaster. I wish more of Sonic Colors was like this in terms of design.
The Black Hole Parade starts in 5 minutes. Don't miss it. It's so entertaining that it sucks you right in.
Huh, well that sounds fun. I don't get this though at the beginning of Act 2. It puts us in this 3D space, supposedly, and then after running up the hill it goes back to 2D. And it also starts us from a standstill. Like, why? I don't get that. If you're gonna put me onto a 2D level, don't put me in a 3D space. Don't fool me. Don't trick me into thinking it's gonna actually be a 3D level when it really isn't. What they easily could have done on that bit, I think, is just put a boost pad there. Pretty simple. I just fall from somewhere in the 2D space, boost pad, I go flying at the beginning. So I'm not starting very slowly either. I don't know why, it doesn't bother me too much, I just thought I'd throw it out there, that's all. I also want to give a shout out actually to a bunch of people who have helped me on Discord, which is Bradley Wheatler, Moby Dave, and Silver Girls. Mainly just because I had a call with them and said about things that I could fix for Sonic Colors, since I had no idea how to structure the last remaining episodes, because it gets very cutscene heavy. That's the problem, and I don't really want the minutes or durations of the video to be completely unbalanced compared to all the other ones. I mean, the finale makes sense for it to be long. It's just, I felt like things need to be cut up here and there just to make things go by a bit quicker. And their suggestion, which you might have caught it when literally Act 1 ended, is on the results screen, usually what I tended to do was let the whole results screen play out. I would get the S rank, then I'd destroy the score, then I'd collect all of the lives, let Sonic do his little dance, and then move on. I don't really have to show off every single bit of that. So their suggestion really was to show me getting the S rank, and then after that literally cut to it. However, I do cut to it at least when the music ends, just so then there's not this sudden jolt of things. I try to keep like the pacing with it, but they've helped me out a ton with that, so yeah, big old shout out to them. And that reminds me, by the way, I don't usually tend to plug things, but it's convenient, since we're talking about Discord at this very moment. I have a Discord server. If you really want to join in with the community, have a chat about, or even give me feedback on some of the things that I've done in my LP projects, and basically just contribute to some ideas, then yeah, feel free, you can do that. You can literally find a link to the Discord server in the description below. Or to make things a lot easier, I'll even present it to you on the video. Please, visit this link on Discord. That is my server. Come and visit it if you wish. And join the community. It's a fun time. I usually don't plug stuff, so let's say that was very awkward. At number 3 though of this is very platformy, I guess, in 2D. There's a lot of standing about and things, but I don't find it too bad compared to what we've seen in all the other acts. Most people tend to not like Asteroid Coaster with all of these platforms and slow bits right here, but I don't know. I feel like it's literally just because of how much stuff you go for in Aquarium Park to me. Asteroid Coaster is just like, this is fine, even though really this is actually probably a bit worse than Tropical Resort to most people. But I don't know, there's just something about Asteroid Coaster that I personally like when it comes to design. Then again, I'm the type of person who finds that Sonic Adventure 2 is basically, to me, the best 3D Sonic game ever, which other people don't. It's all a matter of opinion at the end of the day and how you feel like playing Sonic yourself. Anyway, yeah, that's act number 3 all done. We're gonna see the thing now. S rank is there, and now let's move along.
Would the owner of a yellow car, license plate 1NOM155, please report to the main gate? Your vehicle is in the path of an asteroid, and it's about to get smashed. Never mind.
Okay, Axel, what on earth is your car doing in space? Like, isn't it supposed to be back in the land of Crazy Taxi? Because now it's in space, it's been destroyed by an asteroid. Good going, man. Good going. By the way, this is act number 3, and this is a very maze-like level. However, the thing that makes it pretty fun is the fact that you play as the Spike Wisps throughout most of it. You do have the option of using cubes, but don't do that, because the cube is my least favorite wisp in the game. But when you become the spikes, not only does it make the level go by a lot quicker, but it's also what you need in order to get some of the red rings, meaning that you can get those along the way as well. Like I said before, the Spike Wisp is just a fun wisp to use, because it's essentially put in Sonic's Spin Dash trademark move, but in the form of a wisp. And that's nothing bad, really. It is kind of weird, though, how the Spin Dash, basically, is an upgrade. Like, surely I could have just had this from the start or something, but whatever. At least by now, when you do get to Planet Wisp, you do have all the wisps intact, so you can literally get all the grades, if you will. It's just at the start that it isn't, and that's what kind of rubs me the wrong way. Maybe that's another reason also why I like Asteroid Coaster the most, because even in Tropical Resort, I had to get the Drill Wisp from Sweet Mountain in order to get some of the ranks. Asteroid Coaster, by the time you get here, you have everything. So that's probably why it's my favorite one to do in the game. I also went very, very overkill on this part, collecting the rings and stuff, because you actually only need 900,000 points, but I had this literally when I got on the results screen itself. So, yeah, you don't have to spend as long as I did, but I did it just to be safe than sorry, that's for sure. One thing, though, that is a little bit annoying, I find, whenever you do activate the Wisp powers, is the music. It's just repetitive. It goes on and on and on. I want to hear the main themes of the level that I'm playing through, not the damn Spike Wisp constantly, especially like the drilling as well. It reminds me, basically, if you're going to play as Supersonic through a level. Playing as Supersonic through a level is fun in all the other games, but you just get the Supersonic soundtrack. You don't get the level anymore, so you have to listen to that constantly throughout the level. It's very, like, confusing in places. Also, I cut that bit out right there because I was just draining so much of the Spike Wisp. Again, there was really no need for it. And there you go. S rank from the very beginning because I spent way too long on it, but it doesn't matter.
Please keep your hands and feet in the car at all times, because there are tiny asteroids traveling at incredible speeds, hurtling through space. Keeping your hands and feet in the car won't prevent you from being hit, but our lawyers tell us we have to say it anyway.
That's fair enough. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, Eggman. Okay, act number 4. Act number 4. This is the one that I said has really weird design. We're literally going around in circles. Around in circles. This does not feel like a level. This feels like some sort of mobile app. Or some sort of short game that I'm playing on a mobile device. This is all there is to it. I'm literally going around this planet, beating up all these motor bugs, and the red rings are kind of just placed in each of the parts. There's like 5 of them in each one. There's a little switch that you have to hit right here towards the end, because then that activates the path, which then summons the red ring, and then that's it. That's the act. Very creative, don't you think? Anyway, that's the end of this episode, and in the next one, we'll be continuing more of Asteroid Coaster. So see you then!